Hello, hello, hello. Hi, everyone. Hello. How's everyone doing? Good to see you all. Can you all see me? Can you all hear me? Type a 1 if you can see me and if you can hear me. There we go. We've got messages. Woo! Hello, everyone. Hello. Hello. Thank you for following, Iklumans. And Drago, thank you for following. And Dimitri. Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing? There we are. Great. Fantastical. I'm so happy to see you all. Hello, hello, hello. I'm so excited, guys. This is going to be so much fun. For those of you who are new to my channel or are just coming in now, my name is Maggie Renee, and I am a Juilliard trained opera singer, and I'm live streaming to you live from my closet, even though I make it look like it's not my closet, but I'm so excited to be with you. Do you guys like my background? We've got the good and the evil fires. Hi, Kate. Hi, Brad. Hi, everyone. No, I didn't yet, Brad. I will look at it later. Hi, everyone. I'm excited for this one, too. Hello to my B-E-A-U-TIFUL Skittles, Lollipops, and Starbursts. Hello. Thank you for joining my Twitch. I'm so excited, guys. Just so you know, for those of you who are new, I am trying to meet the partnership goal on Twitch. So if you can, I would love for you to watch this reaction on Twitch if possible so that I can meet my goals. But I'm so excited to have all of you here. If you'd like to join there, you can find my link in the description, or I'm sure my team will shortly post it as well in the comments as well. There we go. Roscoe just posted on YouTube, and we would love to have you there. Thank you for following. I appreciate you, Gbot Dog. Maggie, the operatic lawyer in the case of the magical closet. Exactly. Denny. Hi, Denny. Yes, you have been a lollipop. Rajbird, thank you so much for following. The Uberlord, thank you so much for following. Isn't this the cutest little penguin you've ever seen? It's my favorite thing ever. Thank you, Dagfin, for this awesome penguin design. The cutest little thing ever. Hi, everyone. Thank you, Pyre. Guys, so does everybody know the story behind this floor reaction here? Does everybody know what happened with this? Angry 2-Year, thank you so much for following. This is a kind of a crazy story of what's been happening. And thank you, Bitmover. Yes, we just got a Moobot. My team showed me what Moobot was, which is the cutest thing ever. Moobot. And so now we have one. Thank you, Pyre, for following. I'm so excited to have you guys. I'm on Twitch, but I'm not online. I should be online. Everybody's following me on Twitch. I see myself online. You might need to refresh the page. Press refresh on Twitch twice if you don't see me logged in, and it should put you in with no problems after that. Think she reacted to her own song? Yes. Let me turn up my music a little bit so you guys can hear a little bit better. Because it's some epic music. And this video dropped like less than a week ago. Oh yeah, this video dropped literally like a day or two ago. So this is very fresh. And I'm gonna do it for you guys because it's completely unexpected. And it was part of an April Fool's joke. Did you guys hear about the April Fool's joke? I'm surprised you didn't opt or find the Shooketh follow animation. Tons of packs of gifts. Wait, what is this? There's a Shooketh thing? There's a Shooketh animation? Oh, well, my Shooketh thing. I get it. Yeah, we should make a Shooketh thing. Floor is unique. Oh, yes. It dropped on Saturday. Yep. Yes, but I'm waiting to get about 100 people on Twitch, and then we'll get started. Right now we've got... I don't even know how many we've got. How many people do we have on Twitch? We've got to get some more people on Twitch. So guys, if you can come on over to Twitch, I would love to have you there so that we can have enough viewers on there. Yay, we've got 70 on Twitch, so we need about like 30 more people to keep my average up so that we can do this wonderful reaction for you. I'm so excited, guys. I'm so excited. And thank you, KVA Sari, for following. I appreciate you. Kvasari. That's a cool name. Yeah, she teased it on April Fool's. Clickbaited everyone. I know, people. It was mad. It was so hilarious. Even my team didn't know about it. We were all talking and they were like, oh no, it was an April Fool's prank. It was an April Fool's prank. And then it ended up being a real 19-minute reaction. And I was like, okay, I need to see this immediately because I want to see what she says about her performance. Thank you, Jay Cretin, for following. Yes, if you have a frozen image on Twitch, please feel free to refresh the page twice and it should work for you. But guys, I am trying to get partnership on Twitch, so I need about 100 viewers over there. If you can go on over to my Twitch. Twisted Girl, thank you so much for following me on Twitch. That would be super helpful because I want to make sure that I don't kill my channel on Twitch while I'm doing this reaction here. So I appreciate you guys going over there. Leap, thank you so much for following. And although I'm studying classical voice at Juilliard, which is a lot of work, I still love YouTubing and I stream all the time. And this was a stream that I was like, yep, we've got to do it. We've got to make it happen. So 85 now. Woo, we're almost there. This was a strange April Fool's. Most of my friends didn't, but I follow Home Free on YouTube. Oh gosh, I know, I saw there was a bunch of stuff happening with Home Free. I appreciate you. Thank you for watching. Are you guys ready to see this? Type a 1 if you've actually seen her reaction yet. Type a 1 if you've seen Floor's reaction. Storm, thank you so much for hosting. I appreciate you. Thank you, Brad. Good, I'm glad you can see me and hear me. Fantastical. Wasnat, thank you so much for following. Okay, good. You guys are all ready. I've done other Nightwish reactions, which I definitely think you guys should check out as soon as you possibly can. They're epic and are insane, and I'm going to be posting a new one soon, so stay tuned. There was one that I did live a little bit ago, so I'm going to be posting that video as soon as I can. I might be posting a different video soon, but I hope you guys enjoy this. I have not seen this, so I'm excited to see this. And guys, we have about 172 viewers on YouTube. If a few more of you can switch on over to the Twitch, I would really appreciate it. And then we can start the reaction because that would be super helpful so that my stream things don't go down as we're watching, if that's possible. Thank you, Bitehouse, for following, and Melko, and yeah. Oh, and it's Bitehour. Bitehour. I like that. Gear, thank you so much for following. I have both streams open. Thank you. I appreciate you greatly. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Need 8 more. Okay, fantastic. We're almost there, guys. Babe, thank you so much for following. I'm so excited, so excited. This is gonna be so epic. Thank you. I appreciate you. And guys, I'm at 439 followers on Twitch now too. So, we might make it to 500 today because of you guys. Oh my goodness. Alex, thank you so much. Alex Hades, thank you so much for following. And Lucho, thank you so much for following. Woo! We made it! Fantastic. Maggie, do you fight karate? Yes, I do. I fight Tang Sudo. I mean, I don't fight, it's defense, but yes. I was in Tang Sudo. Your Nightwish reactions are epic too. Thank you. You may have been a bit too tough on Tarya there, though, in fandom. I'm so sorry. That's just me with opera. We get trained every single day, so I try to be honest with all of my reactions to things like that. I still have to watch some of Floor's opera stuff. I haven't seen her stuff yet. Thank you, DJ, for following. And thank you, Zero Head. I appreciate you. Thank you for following. And thank you for following, Stefan. You need to do Krav Maga. I should. Oh my gosh, I've heard of so many people doing Krav Maga. I definitely want to be able to do that. Oh my gosh. Okay, guys. I am ready to get started. If you're ready to get started, or if you're a part of the Nightwish army, I want to see these emojis. Do you guys know where to find these emojis? I need to see these emojis in the chat right now, and then we're gonna get started. I'm so excited. I have no idea what she said, and I'm really nervous because Lord knows what I'm gonna comment on, but I'm very, 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 very excited to do this. Fantastical. There are those rock emojis. Yes, give them. We got rock emojis, and thank you so much for following on Twitch. You guys are amazing. This is epic. I'm so excited. Thank you, Stahl, for following. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love it. I'm so ready. It's really fantastic to see your reactions, passionate, and at the same time full of vocal knowledge. You have a follower here in Barcelona. Thank you. Svarts, thank you so much for following. Thanks, guys. Why can't I send you bits? Because I'm trying to get partnered. That's a great question, Angry. If you'd like, you can send me a PayPal donation, and that would be super helpful if you'd like to do it that way. Johan, thank you so much for following. I'm still trying to get partnered, which is why I'm keeping my views up, and I appreciate you for being on there. Thank you. Calm down, some of us are English. Austin was so extra last night. Oh my gosh, yes, in our videos. All right, guys. I think we are ready to get music. And if you guys want to join, if you want to keep telling people to join while we're doing the reaction on Twitch, that would be fantastic. So, let me tell you how we do live reactions on my channel. I'm about to turn these notifications off, though I see you. Thank you so much to all of you following. I'm gonna, like, I appreciate you greatly. And team, please keep up with my total numbers. I would love to know if we keep up and if we're doing okay. So, yeah. Hold on, let me turn this down. Thank you so much for following. Thank you, Resort. Thank you, 135, 123. I thought it was 135. I'm losing my mind. Oh my goodness. I love that. If I get 200 viewers on Twitch, guys, I'm gonna do a dance. We're gonna do a dance if we get 200 viewers on Twitch. That would be insane. Literally would lose my mind. Okay. As a certain reactor likes to say, let's go. I know we're getting started. We're about to do it. I just want to make sure I do everything right. Thank you for following Magic Micah. You know it's got to be perfect because, like, this is the reaction to, like, epicness right now. So we've got to do it right, guys. If we're going to do Nightwish, we have to do it in the proper manner. Do the robot dance. Oh, yeah, I'll do the robot dance if we get to 200 viewers on Twitch. Oh, thank you, guys. I appreciate you. Thank you, Naldoris, for following. Thank you, Grim. Thank you, Magic. I appreciate you guys. All right, so just so you guys know, what I do is I'm going to just do like a regular reaction, and I'm going to ask you guys questions. If you want to know or if you want to ask anything, or if you want to let me know anything, please feel free to do so. I look at your comments as often as possible. I may not see them all, but I'm going to try and check them out as often as I can. But I want to get your input on what you guys think about this, and I'm going to tell you my input. But you guys always teach me stuff on these streams, so I definitely will be looking for your comments and hopefully being able to include them on the final video. So y'all have to do all of this kind of talking and reacting as well. So we're going to be reacting together, basically live. And yeah, I'm really excited. Do you think you guys can do that? Don't forget the false start. That's a key on Maggie's channel every single time. Oh my gosh. We also need to react to more Epica too. Guys, I'm always down for reaction requests. If you guys want to request or sponsor any more, please feel free to check out the pinned links and sponsor some reactions. But today we are doing this Nightwish video, which came out literally a day ago or 2 days ago as a prank, as a April Fool's prank. I'm literally dying. I love it. I'm so excited. But all my friends are already in the chat. I love that. Well, that's good. If you get 200, you got to do a windmill. Oh, yeah. Oh, guys, just wait until I release one of my reactions to Nightwish that I recently did. I fully did a windmill, and it's actually on my Discord. If you join my Discord, you can find it. It's in the art section or the fan art section of my Discord. They fully captured me doing an epic windmill to one of the Nightwish songs, which I will be releasing soon as a final video, which is insane. Like, literally, Maggie did it, and it wasn't weird. I did it, like, actually for real. Like, it was a real windmill, and I was very proud of myself because I looked back at it and I was like, wow, and I have long hair, so it worked really, really well. The tribal skeleton dance. Ooh, I don't know what that dance is. Oh my gosh. Oh, yeah, I can't wait for the windmill. Don't forget to not stop at the end. Are you kidding me? That's like the story of my entire life. Thanks, guys. Oh my gosh, yeah, I'm so excited. Cammy is Floor's only competitor. I don't know who Cammy is. Do I know who Cammy is? Maybe I know who Cammy is. I don't know. Thank you so much for following, guys. I appreciate it. Okay. Type if you get to 200, you growl. That's my growl. We are losing Twitch viewers. No! People, come back to Twitch. Make sure that you join our Twitch so that we can keep the views up on there, so that we can stay up above 100, because we got to make sure that the views don't fall underneath. And thank you so much for staying there. This was a second release to the teaser she did on April 1st. I know, I saw that. She literally April fooled everyone and then didn't fool them. She was like, never mind, we're actually going to do the reaction. Stretch your neck first. I know I have to... Oh, I dropped my headphones. Headphones are not good for windmills. I'm just saying. I took them off for my last windmill, and it was epic. Are we doing a windmill tonight? I don't know. We'll see. Oh gosh. Now we messed up the hair. The hair is sus. Alright. I'm very excited. Guys, if you're a Nightwish expert, please type a 1, because I'm going to need your help. And if you have seen this video, type a 2, because I am ready to react to the... Oh no, where did she go? It disappeared. Hold on, come back. There she is. She braces her hands on her knees so she can support her neck when she does her hand banging and windmills. I heard about that. I didn't do that. I didn't really hurt myself either, but, you know. Yes, okay, I will start. I'm sorry. I'm trying to make sure that we do this right and that I have all the info. Okay, let's do this, guys. I will not delay anymore. We've got everyone here. I'm excited. My Nightwishers, welcome. My Nightwish army. I'm so ready for this. And also very nervous. Okay, let's do it, guys. Let me turn off this for now. So, guys, before I get started, as you guys know, this is Nightwish Singer reacts to Ghostlovescore Wacken 2013. This is a brand new video that was just released literally April 3rd, so 2 days ago, and it was Floor's kind of April Fool's prank, but not so much a prank. I haven't seen this at all yet, but I know that she released a different video, which I also didn't see, on April Fool's that was saying that the opera singer reacts to herself or whatever, and then she didn't as an April Fool's joke, and then she literally like posted it again as like a, actually I did do it, so now that's what we're watching, and I'm very excited. And yeah, let's get started. Let me know what you guys like about this and don't like about this, and I'm gonna be reacting to Floor reacting to herself. Reactception, guys. Reactception. Let's do this. All right.
This reaction to a
Oh wait, hold on. Oh, reaction to a what?
Hello and welcome to this reaction to a reaction video.
Oh.
It's maybe a new concept, but it would be really weird, I think, to react to a song I did myself. However, I'd like to let you know I've been enjoying a lot of the reaction videos out there. I think it's great that Ghostlovescore was picked up by the masses, really, and yeah, I just wanted to give you my personal insight behind this song. Now, I'm not going to run through the whole thing like in a regular video, because what am I going to say? Oh yeah, I remember doing this or that, or yeah, you know, it's me doing this with, of course, my brothers in arms in Nightwish. So I'd like to kind of give you a bit of the technical behind the story kind of thing, and maybe a couple of memories that pop up. We're going to listen to Ghostlovescore version of Wacken Open Air. So that was 2013. It's quite a few years ago, but...
Wait, so is she going to be doing a reaction to another person's reaction? Am I doing a reaction to a reaction of another reactor? Is that what's happening? Also, I'm going to refresh this really quick just in case to make sure she's synced. But guys, is this what it is? Is she reacting to a reacting thing? Just reacting to herself. Okay, because she was like, I don't want to react to myself. That was weird. Okay, let's keep going. That was like, what the heck?
But as far as I know, it's one of your favorites. So that's why we go through this song. And I'm not going to start right from the beginning. I'm going to start where I start singing. And well, I'll be reacting a little bit to that. There we go. And but drinking his beer.
Wait, what did she say? She's drinking beer?
And but drinking his beer.
And we're drinking something beer? Is that what she said? Oh my gosh, that's funny. I wouldn't have even noticed that.
Okay.
Empu drinking his beer.
First of all, Wacken open air. 80,000 people in front of me. Yeah, I was a bit nervous. It was one of the biggest things that I've ever done, and at that time, the biggest thing. I knew we were recording it. We were gonna play this song, and you know, of course, this was towards the end. The whole show was just magic, and I'm still so proud of how this song turned out. Now, in this very beginning, you have all the excitement that comes with this song, the anticipation of it. Now we're gonna do it, but still, I need to sing quite little. I can't just run. It has to be delicate. So that would be one of the biggest challenges, to kind of get all those feelings into singing the right words and with the right emotion.
I will say that she actually did a really great job of this. I agree. I mean, being in this kind of a setting, can you imagine how nerve-wracking and stressful it is? I mean, 80,000 people. That is immense. And then she's right. The beginning of the song sounds so just gentle and emotional and pure. I almost think of like floating on like a nice like ocean where the waves are just really gentle, but being there and listening to that part, she has to be really careful. And she did a really great job of that, especially with nerves. Keeping that all under control she did a really great job there. Let's keep going.
Without overdoing it. And and from there we go into this part. Well, there I really go into this operatic voice without making it too round, too operatic. It's a bit of a lighter touch of like the head voice, which I found very fitting to the song. Of course, in the original that's also used, but I've been trying to give different kinds of colors to the different emotions and part of the story in this song.
Yeah, I kind of call that classical singing in comparison to operatic singing. I think what she means by she didn't put as much of an operatic flair on it is that she didn't have a major vibrato and didn't majorly open the space to a huge extent, but she did open it enough to make it a classical sound so that it's not fully forward and fully poppy. And so her operatic sound comes out in a classical kind of a way, so there's not too much vibrato affecting it, which is perfect and is not over affected. And it's not meant to be an operatic piece, I don't think, at least not in that moment especially. And so she really does a good job of maintaining that kind of a pure classical sound, with her voice just being beautiful and flowy and having enough space to create this beautiful thing. You can hear the space that she creates in her throat, but it's not overly like, oh, it's just, oh, all that kind of a thing. It's beautiful.
Kinds of colors to the different emotions and part of the story in this song. And so here I try to not make it too operatic, but with a nice touch there. And yeah, for me, this is one of the favorite parts of the song, really. Yeah, it just gives me the goosebumps to sing it. You can even see it in the beginning where I just close my eyes and let it come out. It's a joy to sing. We continue.
Okay, just to give you an example of what she was kind of talking about with keeping a lighter sound, I'm going to give you an example of that. I don't know the lyrics. I'm so sorry. Not all of them, at least. And so, hold on. I'm going to just change over to the sound so that I don't blow your ears out. But just those last notes, like I'll show you the difference between the classical and the operatic. So let's just listen to that little part of her singing. So you heard that, how it's very just, let me switch over to the operatic sound because my thing doesn't want to do it. There we go. So here, she might have a little bit of vibrato, but it's not with the full kind of a operatic sound. Does that make sense? So it's much more, I need to remove my thing now, hold on. There we go. It's much more forward placed and in a classical kind of a sense, just brought forward, brought out in a beautiful light sense. This is what we use a lot in art songs and also classical crossover songs. You'll hear it sometimes in jazz music, but essentially it's not as big and full and, you know, ready for a dramatic stage, and it wouldn't be appropriate in this case. But there are moments where she does add a little bit more juice of the operatic style and then back off a little bit more into the classical style. And she also uses her mix to just do a very strong, like, snarl kind of a thing. That's how she does those higher notes of all that kind of stuff, which is really, really beautiful. Let's keep on listening to what she says about it.
I just love the way that Empu comes by and just touches everybody in a small little gesture. That's something you don't rehearse. That's something not made. That just happens, and that vibe and feeling it's very precious. Actually, in the singing way, it continues in a delicate balance between expression and not too heavy singing. Mm-hmm. So I want to really tell the story and use a lot of dynamics and shifts in vocal styles and types to color, as you hear. And maybe also that the second time that these long notes come over the choir part, yes. I start singing a little bit stronger. And a little bit less operatic, until I go towards the end to the blue memory where I really power up a little bit.
Yes, that's exactly what I was saying about the operatic and implying a little bit more sound to something or drawing back a little bit more. Someone wrote, the Sildat says basically she's not over projecting, and thankfully so, because the mic she's given on stage here would literally go pop. She would fry that capsule if she were opera projecting anyway. Yes, pretty much. That's definitely kind of the aspect of what you would have to think about. I mean, especially when she has the different kinds of settings on the mic, they're specifically looking for some kind of a sound from her that is meant to be for this style. So going into a full operatic, situation wouldn't be exactly ideal for this thing, but she also has the power to back away from the microphone, to use the ambience, to use the different kinds of parts of the music that allow her to go a little bit further towards it. I don't remember into the different styles that she has in order to produce Ghost Love Score. She has her mix, she has her head voice, she's got her chest voice, she's got more vibrato, less vibrato, the placement, she could place it higher, she could place it lower. So there's just a lot of different things that she could have. And yeah, let's keep on listening to what she said.
Stronger and a little bit less operatic, until I go towards the end to the blue memory where I really power up a little bit, to then put the brakes back on and just slide into the next tiny part that comes now.
Siren from the deep came to me, sang my name, my love.
Okay, so this part is exactly where the nerves come out, where you have to draw back everything. There's no hiding behind any kind of color here. This is just da 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 da. So any kind of vocal fluctuations, any kind of nerves that you're hearing in this moment are literally brought to the forefront of everything. So she has nowhere to hide there, which is why she calls it kind of a smaller place, because the band is light behind her and she's not feeling anything. There's not as much support as there would be for a different kind of a section. She's not fully belting that out. It's just it's almost as if she's talking to the audience in that moment. So it's kind of a different idea for that. Will we ever get a cover if Nightwish gives you permission? That would be interesting. Maybe. I mean, I would definitely be up for it. I have no idea if I could get permission for that, but yeah, definitely. Tiny part, she calls it, but she is in chest voice singing dead low. That's hard. Yes, tiny part as in very, you have to keep it very organized when you're nervous and very controlled and managed, so that those vocal things that can happen when you get nervous, or if you need to swallow, or if something, any kind of thing that happens, definitely she needs to control in that moment. I remember her blowing a mic capsule during the concert, but not to be discouraged, Marco threw his mic to her and went backstage to grab a new one for himself. That's awesome. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's definitely a thing you have to consider. You always have to be kind to the microphone and know how much to back off, how much to keep forward, and especially with her voice and with operatic training. With people with operatic training comes much responsibility. Truly. Truly. Like, you have to make sure that you know exactly how to control your voice and how much to give, how much to not give in the moment. So, thank you. I appreciate it, guys. Yes, and guys, if you can switch over to Twitch, some of you I know are watching on YouTube. We also have our Twitch available. We would love to have you over there so we can watch on there, because we're trying to keep our viewers above 100. And if we get to 200, Maggie's going to do a windmill. So make sure you get to 200 subscribers. 200 watchers on Twitch. We're almost there. We've got to get some more, but I would appreciate you guys switching over just to keep the stats up so I can get some partnership on there. But anyways, let's keep on going. This is so fascinating to listen to her own comments to what she's doing and hear how she describes every moment. It's really, really beautiful.
Siren from the deep came to me, sang my name, my Lord. Still I light my soul.
Still I light my soul.
The dream of mine, worth everything I may ever be.
Yeah, so that whole thing was kind of her by herself having to do that and switching off vocals. She still used a lot of varying colors there. She used her head, mix, a little bit of belt there as well. So she had to do that all on her own. She had a little bit underneath, but it was quite quiet. So it was just her voice alone, which is the scariest part of doing these kinds of things, when things get quiet and it's all about you. I mean, that's what singers kind of love. But at the same time, when you get there, you're like, oh God, time to do it. Let's do it. And then they come back in. And then carried into me. True love.
Sitting on the shoulder.
Oh, sorry, I'm put to just stop the solo.
I know, I love
Wonderful
that solo.
to see the crowd
That solo is one of my favorite parts.
also. I mean, I'm reacting to what I'm singing, but I'm also reacting to how you guys were out there in the audience, just feeling it with me. That interaction, despite the huge distance that we have on huge festivals like Wacken, where there's a big part of me in front of me of stage, and then there's a barrier and security, and then thanks to the cameras, I can actually see even more, see how everybody's feeling it, because this song is feeling its emotion. And what I also noticed that's maybe funny to tell is that throughout the years, I did start singing it a little bit different as I did in 2013. Different nuances. It's small things really, but the biggest thing for me in telling the story of this part of the song is constantly playing between the dynamics. A little bit fuller voice, more chest voice, more light head voice and really try to speak the words so you hear what I'm saying without exaggerating so that it becomes just technical.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying, and she's covering it exactly how I would hope she would. So yeah, she's doing a lot of contrasts in her head voice, her chest voice, but she's telling the story. I was saying that part that's stripped back to very few instruments, and I think somebody said it was synth and drums. I believe that's what it was. She's really talking about the fact that she had to control herself and still make it interesting. You can't just keep it one color. I mean, you could technically, but it's not as epic as when Floor did it with all these different colors, with the head voice, with the mix, with using the different intensities, dynamics, and things to tell the stories in a meaningful way, which is different than what you might see in, you know, some performances, which is why Ghost Love Score and 80,000 people were probably much more inspired to be there at that time. So yeah, for sure. And I think she's a really passionate artist and very giving to the audience. It's really nice that she's mentioning that she appreciates knowing what her audience was feeling and seeing their faces, because it is true. Sometimes on the stage, we feel connected still. Like I've had this experience too. I still always feel connected to my audience when I'm performing. But when you're so far away sometimes and the lights are shining into your face, you don't really get to see the facial expressions, the reactions. In audition settings, when I audition for opera companies and things like that, oh my gosh, you can see their faces, but it's not like a show, because all they do is they look at you and they go. Sometimes it's nicer than that, but for the most part, that's kind of their facial reactions. So seeing the audience members that are actually in the music and feeling it with you and understanding the lyrics and feeling it in themselves because they relate to it is like a whole different adventure. Do you know what I mean? It's a whole new world. Yeah. It's definitely a really cool experience to be able to now, I guess, look back for Flora and see what kinds of things her audience were feeling and showing and expressing as they were listening, which is really beautiful. Pyre says you connect to the audience as a whole versus the individuals that make up the audience. Exactly. So seeing the individuals is a really cool, interesting moment. Yes, definitely. What I love is that now America gets to know Nightwish, the reactor, and full new marketing thing. Oh yes, we're really happy to be able to react to this, because I'm also a singer myself, and the reactions I know have been helping artists and showing artists to everybody. And I know that my channel has showed so many people so many different artists. Like my home free people love discovering Nightwish, and my Nightwishers love discovering, I don't know, Dimash, and then Dimash people love discovering Morissette and Marcelito. So it's a whole, everything is intertwined, but everybody gets to discover new music, and I love doing all the different kinds of music on my channel. So it's really cool. Thank you. I appreciate you. Maggie, did you just go at Jasmine on us? A little bit. Anyways, let's keep going. Let me know if you guys have any questions. And yes, my moderators just posted a link to the Twitch. If you can, please join us on Twitch. I would so appreciate it. We're trying to keep the numbers up. And I'm kind of newish to Twitch. So if you want to follow, if you want to look on there and watch this video on there, I would so appreciate you. Thank you in advance. It's really helpful. Let's keep on watching. This is so interesting, guys. I don't know if y'all know that I'm nerding out right now, but I'm kind of nerding out. I love seeing other singers expressing their experience, especially on something as big as an 80,000 person concert. In Finland, she could see her parents in the audience, and she said that she was careful not to look too much in case she would get emotional. Oh yeah, 100% in the audience. And still today, I think anytime I have my parents in my audience, I always somehow manage to find them at one point or another. And then I'm like, hi, Mom and Dad. Okay, let's continue on. But an 80,000 person crowd, that would be a little bit hard. I wonder if I could find my parents. I'd probably put them right up in the front, though, so that I could be like, hi, Mom, hi, Dad. I find out that some reactors who sing on themselves now get more views on their own stuff. Hopefully. I mean, I want to sing sometime for you guys. I sing all the time on my live streams, and I'm going to be posting more of my own music and covers soon. So, yeah. Thanks, guys. Awesome. All right, let's keep on watching.
Words so you hear what I'm saying without exaggerating so that it becomes just technical. And yeah, I mean, when it comes to that, this song is really challenging, and that's also why it's cool to react to this and go through the whole thing with you guys. If I may go back in time with you, 2013, first time Wacken open air with Nightwish. I already told you I was really nervous, but I have very fond memories of just being there, and the enthusiasm of the audience and the way that everything just came together on that stage that night. I think you can still feel it in the video of this song and in our DVD made of that entire show that night. And I will cherish that forever. I'm so grateful that there is such a memory of this. It's
That's
immortalized, awesome. As I said it on stage, like it is. Okay, we just jump over the beautiful instrumental and continue.
Oh, I love this part.
All right, more expression, more power. It repeats itself twice, and it builds up. Instrumentally, there's a difference between the first and the second time, and also vocally, I want to emphasize that dynamic change by, powering up even more. And it just has this really nice groove and feel to it that's really, I want to pick that up in the vocals too.
She just says powering up. I really want to know if she was belting there or if she was using her mix. If she was using, I don't think she was using a full belt. I think she might have had a lot of belt go into her mix, but I'm really curious to know what vocal quality she actually used there. But yeah, I love that she's so patient watching it. I'm like jumping off the chair and she's just like, I'm just good. I'm just watching. I've been there. I've done, like it's so cute. I'm just like, yay. But yeah, I really wish she would have said, I don't know what kind of a vocal quality she had there, because it's really high up there, but she doesn't sound like she's straining in any way. So I think it was kind of a mixed belt quality, if that makes sense. So quickly works to send Maggie Renee music the lyrics to this song. Oh gosh. Oh goodness. I've seen your performance with a piano playing along. Thank you. I'm glad you saw it. I've been to a few, but I've never seen a venue that big here in the U.S. Biggest show out there where I've lived is 40,000. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the biggest show stage is here in America. That'd be a good question. I don't know. I have to look it up sometime. Nightwish singer styles, Tarja, opera/classical only, Annette, pop only, Floor, yes. I love that. Oh my goodness. Oh, thanks, guys. All right, let's keep on watching. Oh, I like this. Jeff says, because she is technically proficient, she doesn't have to worry about her voice failing her so that she can enjoy the musical moment and play. Yes, exactly. Exactly. All right. Type of 1. Wait, how many of y'all have seen Floor live? Have any of y'all... Type of 1 if you've seen Floor live. For real. And type of 2 if you haven't yet. Oh my gosh. There's a... Y'all are, oh my goodness gracious, we have real Nightwish concert goers. That's pretty cool. Wow. Well, for those of you saying 2, don't worry, we'll get to soon. I haven't seen them either because I just discovered them when the Panera Bread or the Panoramic or whatever. Yeah, definitely 100%. All right, that's awesome. Well, I'm glad we have some people who have seen her live and some people who haven't yet, so that's very fun. Type of 5 if you guys are planning on seeing them live soon, because I'm actually curious. Are they hosting any live concerts soon? Are they planning to do any kind of things happening? There's a virtual concert happening in May. Okay. Gotcha. Wow. Okay. That's amazing. Well, that's good to know. I've played 3 of their songs. Nice. Okay, well, hopefully we'll all get to do it soon, and we can all do it together. I'd love to be there in the audience with y'all and being like, woo! All right, let's keep watching to see what she says. Like I was saying, she didn't say if she had grown, or she was saying that she grew her voice and that it became more powerful, but she didn't say if she was belting or if she was mixing, which I'm curious about, but that's okay.
So vocally, I want to emphasize that dynamic change by, powering up even more, and it just has this really nice groove and feel to it that's really,
Yes, it does.
I want to pick that up in the vocals too, and we continue into the next part. All right, that was a little bit of heavy opera singing along with the choir.
Yes.
And a very expressive, almost theatrical. Okay.
That's me! Guys, if all of you know, literally my lights turn off all the time on me. Her light just turned off. That is hilarious. Wait, actually, I should check mine. Nope, we're at 78%. We're still good. But oh my gosh, this happens to me in every single one of my live streams. Every single time. Oh my gosh. Okay, wait, that was really funny. I want to see her. Relatable. That is very, very relatable. I'm so glad I'm not the only one. Oh, her dog sat on it? That is incredible because that happens to me every single time. Every single time. Oh, so that's very relatable. I'm glad I'm not the only one. I know I'm not the only one. Duh. And I know, 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 and I know. I know I'm not the only one. Sorry, I'm a person who breaks out into song all the time. I apologize, but I don't apologize for real. I kind of apologize. Anyways. Okay, the Soldat says, to answer your question about the open air metal festival, the biggest in the US is the Shoggoth Fest near Austin, Texas, and it's 25,000 attendees when at max capacity. And the Wacken is Wacken is Germany and is the biggest in Europe and the world. And France's Hellfest is the second biggest with 95,000 attendees at max capacity. Wacken at max capacity right now sits at 125,000 attendees. That's so cool. I need you to sing that whole song. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you. Oh my goodness. You're a singer. Of course you break into song. My bad. I always do that. Oh, Lord. Just like you. Oh, gosh. Oh, yeah. One of my friends got to go to that concert. Oh, wow. He did say it managed to be fun. Everyone sang along. I'm sort of glad I missed that one. I would have been heartbroken. Oh, no. Oh, my goodness. All right. Let's keep on listening. I want to see that light turn off again. That was priceless. That was the best moment of my life just now. Sorry.
Choir. And a very expressive, almost theatrical. Okay. The dog just sat on the light. All right, a little bit of. Oh.
That's so me. One more time. Wait, I just want to say it one more time. I'm sorry. This is really funny and extra, but I love it.
Expressive, almost theatrical. Okay. The dog just sat on the light.
Yes.
All right, a little bit of opera, very dramatic, very almost theatrical part in the song where expression and power just needs to be there. Mm-hmm. And yeah, you can really feel that the whole song is building up. I'm shifting from a very strong operatic voice to a full chest voice or belting voice.
There we go. She finally said it. So she was in her chest. But actually, I knew that part. For that part, I knew that she was in her chest. It was the last part that I wasn't sure if she was using her mix. I think she was, because that last one sounded a little bit different. Her belt had a lot of rasp in it. And my gosh, I kind of want to listen back to it again, but it's fine. We'll just keep going. There's more.
Continue talking about this particular version of ghostlovescore. I have to take you back in time before this actually was recorded, and to how the ending of the song came to be, because it was a spontaneous thing. I don't know if I must have told you in an interview here or there, but before I joined Nightwish, this was already one of my favorite songs, and I always heard things in the end that I kind of sang along. If I ever sang along with a song, it kind of freestyled into that direction of what it became. And as soon as I started to get more comfortable on stage and knowing the songs with Nightwish, I started to kind of freestyle during the rehearsals during the day, or like with sound checks and stuff. And at some point I just went for it. And I didn't do that before because I didn't feel comfortable enough with what I was doing myself.
I'm a huge freestyler coming from being a jazz singer. I love anything that's improvised or freestyled, so I'm actually curious to see where she's going with this.
I didn't do that before because I didn't feel comfortable enough with what I was doing myself. Nobody was holding me back or anything, but as soon as I started, you know, freestyling, the rest of the band was like, that's kind of cool. We can try that tonight on the show.
Yeah.
And so I did. And one of the first times I really sang it was in South America with that first tour we did together, and it just exploded. Everybody loved it, and it sort of fell into place, and it became my own version of the song as a natural development into this song. And I know now, many years later, it really became such a thing that, you know, Ghost Love Scores for always on our set list. And I think that's super cool. So we'll continue into the 2013 version of the Wacken show.
Oh, I love this part. Okay, wait, I just really want to quickly comment on that and show you guys kind of the difference. So the rest of the time she's doing her belt, she's got her chest voice. I'm going to turn on my my reverb again so that you guys don't get blown out of the sea. Hold on. Also, I didn't plug in the right wire before, which is why I haven't been able to control it correctly. So I'm going to do that now. There we go. Now hopefully it'll connect. There we go. It's working. Fantastical. But yeah, so basically for that part, it's so interesting because I don't know if she's going to comment on it, but that's not easy to do. Like those kinds of staccato things, and especially in that range on like a ha, 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 it's really easy for the voice to go off course there. So she's doing a very round sound, but I want to play that part again so you can hear it, and then I want to sing it for you so you see what I'm talking about. Let me reverse it. Wait, a little bit farther. So that's basically what she was doing there. Hold on, and then let me show you. So that's what she's doing. She's doing... I don't know the exact rhythm, but that's essentially what she's kind of doing. And that's really hard to do on an ah vowel. Like, if you think about the different kinds of vowels that there are, if it's, I mean, everybody has their different vowels, so maybe ah is easier for her, but for me, for example, ah is like my worst nightmare, but E is very easy for me because E is on a much more narrow vowel that is much more forward because my tongue is up and it's E, 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 E. You can see my tongue comes forward naturally, but ah, E-I-E-I-E-I-E-I-E. So the tongue naturally goes back for ahs. So doing those ha 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 rather than he 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 or hoo 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 or any kind of that kind of stuff is much more difficult and can cause, if you're nervous, a crack. It can potentially cause, you know, flatness or pitchiness and all of that kind of stuff, especially like those staccato kind of things with H's behind it. So let me show you what the difference is between an E and a ha, or a he and a ha. So there's ha, ha, ha. Let me hear the notes again. Hold on. So it's versus so if you can hear the difference, it's a lot easier to stay just to keep that in that E position rather than there's a lot more potential. So that's something that she's definitely gotten very, very nicely. And I think she has some background layered vocals on there because I don't think it's just her. They might have like a choir effect either on a synth. I've heard them using that kind of a thing before. So there's something behind her. It's not just her alone, which is also very helpful because it gives you confidence in the ah vowel and all of the things that you're trying to sing in that moment. And to your ear, it makes it blend a little bit more rather than just coming out and singing a plain ah. So sorry, guys. I nerd out on vowels and sounds. So yes, thank you for coming to my vowel TED Talk. Yes, a choir backing track, exactly. And then she goes into this section. Nice.
Once again, a lot of different voices are used. It's powerful opera on those ha ha ha. To get the timing right was a little bit of practicing.
See, that was just a little bit under pitch as well. Not blaming her. It's an ah vowel. It's really, really hard, but it's the same kind of thing. I even went flat on one of those ahs, or two, or all of them. Who knows? But you know, it's easy to fall on pitch for sure. So yeah.
It's powerful opera on those ha ha ha. To get the timing right was a little bit of practicing. You really want
to practice
just
it.
do that right. And now it's just embedded in my system. But powerful opera needs to be pushed out immediately. And from that energy back into redeem me. It's almost a little bit low for me, like below where my power is in my voice. And it shouldn't be powered, so it needs to have that exact dynamics without it sounding too thin. And then once again, building up towards the end.
Wait, so she said that part was out of her range a little bit. I want to hear that part that she's talking about, and then we'll come back to what she was saying. Okay, I see what she's saying. So it's a little bit in her lower range. I feel like she could add a little bit more chest color. I don't know if that's more, some more operatic training. Maybe if she met with an opera singer and kind of went through that in her chest voice, she might be able to bring it up a little bit higher and have more power on that. But she's talking about right at Redeem Me. Right at Redeem Me. Let me check again. I don't want to miss that part. Redeem me, redeem. So she's kind of using her mixed voice there. Or actually, I think it's even her head voice a little bit. Let me hear. Redeem me into time. So for me, that's actually a powerful place for me as well. I just kind of use more of a chest voice. What Jay Jan said, what is it? She can go a lot lower than that, but it's below her power curve. Yeah, for sure. And she just might be a higher alto or a higher mezzo soprano, which is totally normal as well. But if she kind of trains that into her chest voice or brings a little bit more resonance forward, she can use more of her operatic training in that moment to bring it out a little bit more, or to feel a little bit more secure. But again, it might just be a little bit farther out of her range than she feels comfortable on, which is totally fine. I have that in like a middle section of the voice as well. So it's just different strokes for different folks, and everybody's voice does something different. So I just wanted to see where that was for her, to find out what her range laid in, or where her range lays. So lays. She's a soprano, not a mezzo. That's kind of the question for me. I kind of think that she's also a soprano. I don't know if she lists it anywhere. I thought I saw people say that she was a mezzo in her description. Let me see. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure they listed her as a mezzo, which is why I'm kind of which is why I was kind of wondering about that. She's hold on. Dutch singer-songwriter. Oh, it's not saying which one she is. Let me see. I don't know, it's not saying it. Interesting. Okay, hold on. Let me try to find it a different way. Let's type in Floor Jansen mezzo. Let me see. Maybe not. Oh yeah, see? Okay, so I don't know, maybe she's a svission, which is what I was kind of hearing, because if that was kind of low for her, then I think she is a svission. That's how the kind of ranges can be determined. Hold on, let me explain that. So, which is where you can switch between soprano and mezzo repertoire, and those mezzos / sopranos kind of go between each kind. They can sing both mezzo rep and soprano rep, and kind of go between the two, and they find their mixed place of all the repertoire that fits their voice. So it seems like you guys are saying that she's a soprano. Gotcha. Simone Simmons is a mezzo, but Floor is a soprano. Gotcha. Oh, Maggie Renee, wiki page, last singing style. Okay, wait, let's see. Let's see if we can find it. Singing style. Okay, so Jansen can sing from classical to belting and raspy vocals like screaming and death growls. She's a soprano with a range of more than 3 octaves, D3 to F6. Okay, good. So then I was right to question that. So then she's not. She studied musical theater and a year of opera. Okay. Want to be a star. She used to play guitar and piano and flute and has completed several years of music studies. Got it. Okay, so yeah. So that makes perfect sense to me. So that is the reason why that part is a little bit low in her voice and doesn't allow her to have that kind of a chest voice. For me, that part is like my bread and butter. Like for me as a mezzo, I'm like, heck yes, that's my like thing. Like write it down there, please, for me. But that also explains why her belt goes a little bit higher than mine. I wasn't sure. For some reason, I remembered somebody telling me that she's a mezzo. So that's why I was thinking in that category. But if she's not, then that makes a lot more sense to me. And that makes me understand why she belts so high, why she has those kinds of power growls, and why her mix kind of goes very easily from her mix into her belt. So that clarifies a lot of things for me, people. I love that. This is why I need you guys. See, this is why it's fun to react live with you guys, so that you tell me things and I tell you things, and then we bounce ideas off of each other, so it's really awesome. I spell it right now, because I can't type. There it is. Zwischen Fach. There you go. Let me put it on a bigger screen so you can see it. There you go. So, everybody's got all their different kinds of opinions. Okay, there we go. So, hold on, let me find it. Okay, so, teachers and students should not be surprised about the existence of this nebulous Fach. A clear and concise definition of the word Fach for the purpose of this paper is as follows: a specific voice classification. That's definitely a way to say that. Zwischenfach is an important topic because young singers are often confused and overeager to self-label due to the discipline's excessive labeling of Fachs. Rushing to categorize a young voice ultimately leads to misperceptions. This is why when I was talking about Diana Ankudinova yesterday and people were like, is she is she a contralto? Is she a mezzo? I say we can't say yet because she's just a little bit too young to be fully classified yet. Even I'm sometimes considered to be too young to be classified. I'm heading in the direction of a contralto / low mezzo soprano, but it's up for discussion until I'm like probably 27. I think 27 is when you kind of settle, and then you have another switch at like 30 or 35, so it's kind of an interesting thing. So to address some of the confusion, Zwischenfach in today's so there you go. So an emerging American mezzo-soprano and a mid-career mezzo-soprano, So basically that's essentially what it is. Fach is a classification of the voice. Zwischenfach is when you can switch off between one and the other. So soprano Zwischenfach could be a soprano that finds more comfort singing in soprano repertoire, but can also sing high mezzo rep. So roles that are considered Zwischenfach would be like the composer in Ariadne auf Naxos. That's one example of a Zwischenfach role because Sein wir wieder gut. It's very, very high. Sorry, I should do that with the reverb. Sein wir wieder gut, ich sehe jetzt alles whatever those words are, but that's an example of a Zwischenfach roll because it sits very high. I can do Zwischenfach rolls, but after sitting up there for a really long time, I'm like, can I please go back down and sing Carmen or something that's in my range, because it's not as comfortable for me because I'm a lower mezzo. I can do some Zwischenfach rolls, but they have to be lower. For example, I'm singing an aria right now for the opera that I'm for the opera project. Now it's an opera project that I'm working on. And it's Leonora's aria from the opera Oberto. And this specific aria was written for a specific soprano who had incredible low notes. And so I'm singing it because everyone's like, you have the low notes, do the low notes. But the problem is that it goes up to an A5, like 10 times in the aria, and I'm like, guys, what are you trying to do to me? So an A is insane, but I just decided to ask them to lower it a half step, and now it fits gloriously, and I sing all of those A flats like you know, the best. So that's what shows the different tessituras and the range changes, and what proves that Maggie Renee is in fact a mezzo-soprano and not a soprano. So those are the kinds of differences, but it is considered Zwischenfach because you can do both the mezzo rep and the soprano rep and switch between the two. And obviously before, especially like in the bel canto realm, there were a lot of arias that were literally rewritten, completely transposed, completely manipulated specifically for singers. So what is this? The Soldat says, if you have the time after this reaction, I can even, for the benefit of chat, send you a song by the world record holder for the lowest note sang by a female singer currently alive. You should send it to me, but if you can do that in the Discord, I would love to see that. After this reaction, I do have to, unfortunately, split because I have work, but I would be happy to see that. So if you want to join our Discord and leave me any kinds of suggestions or things you want to see, feel free to join our Discord and let me know anything, and I will definitely check it out and pull it up, and everybody else would be happy to see it too, as I'm sure. We've got the B-E-A-U-TIFUL Discord family, and so people would be happy to have access to that as well, and I'll definitely check it out. And maybe we'll even play it on a live stream if I look at it and I'm like, whoa, because I can go pretty low too. I can't remember. Roscoe, do you remember which note I sang, which was the lowest? I'm going to be reacting on Saturday to a whole bunch of different people. Oh, people! Oh my gosh, you guys are the Nightwish squad. Guys, my first reaction on Saturday is going to be to another Nightwish video. So make sure you're here on Saturday at 6 p.m. EDT. Saturday, 6 p.m. EDT. I'm going to be reacting to a Nightwish video first. So make sure you come onto the stream if you want to see that. And it's going to be lots of fun. So make sure you join us there. But anyways, like I said, post it in the Discord and I'd be happy to look at it. Let us continue. I just went on such a tangent, but it was so much fun. I hope you all enjoyed that with me because, my gosh, I love... Oh, there we go. I just lost my audio for a second. I love nerding out like that, though. So much fun. All right, let's keep on going. She goes to a C3. Roscoe, what was the note that I did? I don't even remember which was my lowest note. I went to a D3. I almost made it. Roscoe said that I went to a D3. Oh gosh, now I have to do a C3? Okay, so that means I have to do a B3. I have to do it. Okay, we have to see this. We'll definitely watch this. Please make sure to go onto our Discord and show us this video, because I'm going to maybe test it in the next video when we have Nightwish again, because I'm so up for that. All right, let's keep watching.
Voices are used. It's a powerful opera on those ha, ha, ha. To get the timing right was a little bit of practicing, because you really, really want to just do that right. And now it's just embedded in my system. But powerful opera needs to be pushed out immediately. And from that energy back into Redeem Me, it's almost a little bit low for me, like below where my power is in my voice. And it shouldn't be powered, so it needs to have that exact dynamics without it sounding too thin. And then once again, building up towards the end where it's just a full belt that kind of introduces that last part that became so famous. Mm-hmm. Let's write that one out.
I want to see what she said. She said something with her mouth, but I didn't hear what she said. She made a comment about her operatic note. Into the operatic. And then she does a slide. Oh, wait, no. So she did the slide before that into that note. There it is. What does she say then? Does she say twist? What does she say? Oh, switch. Oh, switch. That makes sense. Okay. She looks so proud there. She's
I
like,
can really miss this stuff. Damn. Yeah, there's something about that note that just... I always feel it. Always. How often I may hear it or sing it, it just... Oof.
oh, she's emotional.
I kind of visualized, because in the beginning I keep it a little bit smaller, and then on that long note I build it up full force opera with everything I have, and then comes the tricky part to switch from that operatic voice on the same height to a full belting voice. That I personally always find a little bit exciting, because you really want to have it right. You don't want the voice to kind of...
Yep.
And of course, when the high note comes, it needs to come. It's only cool when it's really there.
Yep.
And I'm no machine, so it doesn't just always happen. But I do remember one show in particular. We have some DVD material from that. That was in Colombia. We played a show there, and we were going to record everything for DVD. We recorded a lot of it, but I became sick, and my voice was basically gone. During the day, I had high fevers, and my whole body was basically shutting down. And yeah, it was really like, let's see how it's going to be, because if you can barely stand without feeling like that of the fever, then how are you going to perform a 2-hour show?
We were just talking about this the other day, about what happens when you're sick as a singer and how that affects you going on. And I was talking about how I've lost my voice before. I was supposed to do this important performance in Lincoln Center on this big stage. Like, it was the biggest stage that I had performed on in New York, basically, at the time. This was in my 3rd year of Juilliard, and I was supposed to sing this full set of Russian art songs, and I was supposed to act, and one of them's on a horse, and I'm like, hey, 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 buddy. It's like a whole thing. And Maggie decides to get sick and lose her whole voice. And Maggie is me. I literally got sick and I lost my whole voice. I have no idea how it happened. I wasn't sick in any other way. I just lost my voice. And it was the craziest experience. And I literally didn't talk. I had tea. I did the dress rehearsal, and it was like, but I was like, I'm still going on. I'm not missing this. I'm doing this opportunity. And I managed to eventually just get my voice to like do what I needed it to do because of my training. I was able to use my chest voice higher because my voice was like, oh my God, okay, I'm gonna do this. So I managed to bring up the chest voice and bring down the head voice more and keep it a little bit steady to bring that break, to a thing. And my voice came back enough, thank goodness, that my operatic parts sounded good. And so I listened back, and it was actually a good performance. But oh my goodness, the stress of being like, oh my God, I've lost my voice and I have to perform this full thing. I mean, it was like a 20 to 30 minute thing. I was like, oh my cheese muffins. And I've had this before as well. I mean, it's not the first time I've lost my voice or gotten sick. I've had to perform like multiple hours long sets with that kind of stuff. But it is scary because you know that you can do these things. You know what I mean? It's what you train for. And then you get sick. What do you do? What do you do? You keep it going. That's why they say the show must go on. And I think that's what Floor does here too. So B. Kaiser says, maybe must be crazy as a performer when you're sick. Yes, people have tickets. You could be leaving town that night. The pressure to go on must be immense. But then what if you're below par? Scary. It's terrifying. But that's kind of what we're trained for. You know what I mean? We are trained to kind of know our limits. If I was ever on that day, like, I can't do this, like there's nothing left, then that's a different story. But singers have techniques, they have training, they have various different tools that they can use in order to make their voices work for them, or their performance still manageable and still to a high enough level that they feel comfortable enough going out. But when there's a very difficult opera that you have to do, there are a lot of opera singers that sometimes, like the Met will make an announcement when I'm in the audience at the Met. There's been a lot of times where people have been like, we're so sorry, Madame Elena Garancha can't go on tonight because she is feeling unwell, and then she doesn't go on, because you don't want to give that kind of a subpar performance. And sometimes they go on anyway and they do give a subpar performance, but they know, and so it's a whole mix of things. But it's always good to try and keep the show going on. It's always good to try and keep that high level of professionalism and try to go on, but it's never good to push yourself, because you can also hurt yourself when you're sick. So you have to make sure that you're careful with it and know where your boundaries are, but also not be too like, oh, I'm too sick, I can't do it. If you actually can, you have to push yourself, but not to the extent where you hurt yourself. That's kind of my biggest advice. And also, only if you're professional, if you know what you're doing, because you have to know what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing and you try to push yourself anyway, it won't go well for you, I promise. But yeah, and I try not to judge. Everybody has their own kind of ways of processing with sickness and with different kinds of scenarios, you know, and some people just don't feel comfortable. And if you can't go on, then you can't go on. You know what I mean? It's all about making the best art and bringing the best results to the audience. So, you know, the show must go on, but within reason, of course. Serious question that I've worried about. Have you heard of any singers that have lost their breath capacity due to COVID? I have no idea. I don't know many singers that have gotten it. All of the people that I know who have had it are actually doing okay and don't have any residual effects. But I mean, I've heard it in the news, potentially. I've heard of it happening, but it hasn't been like a big thing. We are all using masks. We're doing immense testing, all these different things every single week. So we kind of have we have a lot of safety precautions. I just sang in Lincoln Center with no audience, but with a full orchestra behind a fire curtain, and it was epic. So we do stuff like that. David Draymond was also sick with a cold. Exactly. Yeah, I heard that. I heard it in his voice, but you couldn't even tell. Like, he was sitting there and he gave a performance that was so immense and so powerful that, you know, it was just absolutely beautiful regardless, which is one of the examples of a professional saying, I can do it, and then he does it. So, yeah. It's very interesting. All right, let's keep on watching. I'm so fascinated by this. This is so much fun. Good, I'm glad. And guys, yes, if you'd like to join us on Twitch, I would be so happy to have you on my Twitch stream. This has been so helpful. You guys are keeping my average up so that we don't fall below. And you guys, I'm so happy to be reacting to this with you. And like I said, make sure you come back next Saturday for the next reaction to Nightwish, because the first reaction is going to be Nightwish. So make sure you come. And also join our Discord if you want to be notified about when Nightwish reactions are happening, because we notify you immediately whenever we're calling on the Nightwish army. So, all right, let's keep on watching.
A show there, and we were going to record everything for DVD. We recorded a lot of it, but I became sick and my voice was basically gone. Yep. During the day I had high fevers and my whole body was basically shutting down, and yeah, it was really like, let's see how it's going to be, because if you can barely stand without feeling like that of the fever, then how are you going to perform a 2-hour show? Yep. And there's something that just happens. Troy in our band calls it Dr. Theater. That comes up.
Dr. Theater.
That and a bunch of pills to, you know, suppress the fever and all of that. Made us go on stage, and then the energy, of course, of the crowd, I started to feel much better. That didn't magically fix my voice, though. It was still having a hard time with especially with the high belting notes. So this song was really like, let's see how it's going to be like. And this belting note in the end is basically one of the highest stuff that I have to belt out. So, and it's at the very end of the show. So you're always already tired of doing everything else, and you still have to have enough to have it, which is extra hard when you're sick.
But the adrenaline definitely helps, yes. Adrenaline is incredible, and I think that's part of the reason why performers themselves do go on stage when they are nervous, because that's how it, you know, that's how it helps us make it through.
Else, and you still have to have enough to have it. Yes, I can do this, and there it was, as powerful as it would have been when I'm not sick.
I've had this multiple times where I've been sick and been like, oh my God, is it gonna happen? And then it's just like, yep, don't worry about it, I got you, Maggie. And I'm like, thank you.
And it felt like, wow, I don't know where that comes from in my body, but yeah, it's a really fond memory of, yeah, just getting this out even under more challenging circumstances.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's wonderful to see how this note just came out, and how it just puts a spell on everybody in the crowd. It has something special, the way this song just builds up and continues after that. Yep. Ah, wonderful. On that note, I'm gonna thank you for watching this reaction video.
It's already over.
I really, really look forward to performing this live for you guys.
Yes,
but
I can't wait
we
to
still
do
have
that.
a pandemic to sit out, so let's keep our sanity for a little while longer,
yes,
and our good health. In just a little while, we have this Nightwish virtual show coming up, and as we are preparing, I can tell you it's going to be as magical as Nightwish can be. I really think it's going to be something special, and I hope we can meet each other at least virtually there. And well, until next time though, in the real life, on a real stage with Ghost Love Score, thank you for watching and take care.
Nice.
Bye.
loud. Whoa. That was so loud. Did anybody else get scared? Oh my goodness. Okay, I am so glad that she put this out, and I'm so glad that it was an April Fool's prank, because that makes it so much funnier. But seriously though, I'm really glad that I got to hear what she has to say, what kinds of opinions that she had about it. It's always fascinating to hear the opinions and the perspective of an actual vocalist that performed it, and you know what I mean? She gets to watch herself back and see it, and it's kind of a phenomenal an experience to kind of go into the mind of the performers, you know? And that's why I love live streaming with you guys and singing for you guys live in the moment and talking to you and answering your questions, because it's kind of fun to tell you guys what I'm feeling, what I'm thinking, how, you know, false starts, mess ups, all the shebang, and showing you how I fix things and move on and, you know, do all the shebangs and all that. Oh, thank you, Tony. This was cool. Saw this video was out, hadn't seen it. Then I saw Maggie's doing a reaction. 2 birds with 1 stone. Got to see a video and one of Maggie's authentic reactions. Well done as usual. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's a lot of fun to be able to see all of this. So I'm so grateful for you guys watching. I'm so grateful for your support. And like I said, make sure you join us next Saturday. The very first reaction at 6 p.m. is going to be Nightwish. So we're going to be doing a whole another Nightwish scenario and fun times. So thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much to my tech team for making all of this possible and helping me figure all of this out and talking to me and going with my ideas and being here. I appreciate you all so much. And thank you to my creative team. Thank you to Dagfin for the awesome follower emojis. Thank you guys all for following me on Twitch. By the way, I should probably turn that back on. Seabear, thank you so much for following. I appreciate you. But yeah, guys, I hope you had fun. That was so much fun for me. I loved nerding out with you all, and I can't wait to do the next one. That was Maggie-rific. Yay! I love that. But yay! Thank you, G-Zin, for following. I appreciate you. Thank you all for joining me on Twitch. Thank you for joining me on YouTube. And I can't wait to see you guys in the next one. And thank you to my B-E-A-U-TIFUL patrons. You guys make this possible. So thank you, thank you, thank you for all of your help and support. Y'all are amazing. And I can't wait to see you guys in the next video. And also, we're only 29 followers away from 500 on Twitch. Can you believe it? We're so close, and you guys keep following. Oh my goodness gracious, we're so close. We're so close. I'm so excited to meet the following goals on Twitch. Oh my gosh, we're at 472 followers. Ah, my goodness. And guys, just in case you're seeing 8s, the 8s are hugs on my channel. So thank you so much for your hugs. Thank you so much for your support. And thank you so much to everyone for joining me. I appreciate you, and I'm sending you all so much love and lots of virtual hugs. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you very, very soon. And yeah, have a wonderful week. Thank you for joining me today. See you Saturday. Bye, everyone.